Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? This video is me back on the stump splitting hickory billets out for handles, and really sort of in the middle of my second week or ending on my second week. Sort of been flopping between making handles inside and splitting the raw material outside, and then it got too hot, so then I just went inside. But this is me on the stump and really enjoying myself, even though it's a lot of work. I really like doing this, and it's something that I'm going to offer and try to offer it and have it inventoried up. The hand split straight grain handles, because it's just so much fun to split them out and to discover, you go by a tree and you don't know what you have really. Ultimately, you can look at you can look at the bark, you can look at things, but you don't know till you open her up and see. So so it's been a thrill. It's been a lot of work, and but yeah, more coming. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing good. Cutting wood, I'm doing very well. Now, the idea is to control this split. And like I said, everybody's got their own way. This is kind of what I've developed. And the main thing is to just stay open and receptive to other people's input that have more experience than you, or anybody really that has a good idea. And just by observing, don't sit there and spin your wheels if you're not getting results. Sometimes there's a hard piece of wood to split and it just takes time. But it's like a piece of sandpaper. Once your sandpaper's shot, throw it away. You're not saving anything. You're actually hurting yourself. Okay, now I have a fairly straight line across here. And I'm missing that, so I'm going to just do okay, let's see what we got going on here. Well, this one, like I just said, I am just about at the point where I'm going to set this one aside because I need to get going on something that is going to split easier. But it was hard getting this side going. And I got sort of a hidden knot here. It wasn't apparent immediately, but now that I've opened up this bark, you can see my line as it goes straight, and now it's going around this darn thing. Well, maybe we turned a corner. This has got back on track, but you can see what I mean by knots are just completely unpredictable. So we got that hollow sound going, so we're doing okay.
Slow and steady wins the race on this. Okay, let's take a look at this. We've got heartwood that's very bendy, and it looks like, well, see, I'm not liking this number for splitting. Actually, I don't even really like it to put it on a sawmill either, because the saw is just going to cut us. Like I said, the saw is just going to cut a straight line. So everywhere it intersects that hump, that's run out. But this really for handles just isn't worth continuing. I think what we're going to make out of this is a couple of log sawhorses for further processing and move on to something that's going to be more productive. So, back in a flash.
Notice how straight the grain in this particular billet is. All right, let's get her turned around. Easy. We've inspected and
few little holes, but we'll investigate a little bit more. All this stuff's gonna get sprayed down with borax. What is the takeaway from all of this?
I think the first thing that this is an education. I know more about trees having done this. Know more about trees and know more about trees as it relates to handles, which is very important. Just because you have 5 trees doesn't necessarily mean you have handle wood. And by that, now, why do I go to all the trouble? Why am I splitting all of this stuff? Why? Would anyone want to split handle billets? I don't know. I like it. It just somehow brings me closer to the work. Just like the hand planes and the draw knives and the spoke shaves. It's just a learning thing. I like to learn. The other thing is, I want to offer hand split handles. So in order for that to happen, I've got to get on it. I'm moving around too much. And get after it, and I've got to get some hand split stuff drying. So, you have to think ahead. Whatever you cut and either slab or split, you're a year out from handles easily, maybe more. So, but learning how to read the wood even better has been amazing. Seeing how these trees go together and how stringy they are, and you hear all of these, this is bad, this is good, but to actually see it is pretty amazing. The key is sapwood and straight sapwood. Is learning how to read the tree with the bark still on, and doing your best to buy something that is going to give you a lot of handles. The one tree that I had, I think I showed it when I picked up the logs several videos back. It had like almost 10 inches of sapwood, and I got a lot out of it. I reckon that out of the 5 trees, probably 1.5 trees are going to become either firewood or log sawhorses or chopping blocks or whatever. So you can't win them all, and you can't expect to win them all. I'm going to put this in. So you're just not going to come out on top. You just have to keep buying wood as much as you can, because it's so irregular and there's so many factors that go into it. And even when you're cutting boards, you could have a beautiful board and it could go haywire on you, and then it's no good. You can't make handles out of it. I have one board in the shop, and now I understand why the board twisted. It was flat when I got it, and it literally, one end twisted one way and the other end twisted the other way. It's quite a sight to see 2.5-inch thick piece of hickory, like 12 feet long, just twist like a pretzel. But that goes to my point, learning how to read the wood, and the sawmills creating runout in a handle. What happened to that tree was it grew twisted. It didn't grow straight up. Even though it grew straight up, the fibers it was growing twisted. It could have been, who knows why it grew that way. Maybe it was in a real windy spot. But when that log got slabbed and made straight, the memory of being twisted, it just, as it started drying, it just went right back to the way it was in nature. And then to see heartwood and why heartwood is what it is, and just to have a bigger knowledge pool has been excellent. So anyway, if you watched all of this, thank you. I really appreciate it. Because I don't know. It's been an amazing journey. And it's really just starting, because we still have the monster duplicator to get going. I'm still in the middle of making my 100 handles, making all kinds of dust in the shop. I'm still trying to control that. So anyway, thank you all very much. If you haven't, maybe give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out on the channel, and there's more coming for sure. There's a lot of stuff with the company, the axe company, it's gearing up. I mean, we're getting ready to start the Shopify store, and so anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll catch you on the next one.